You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Pahrump for 4 years. Give them a call, 775-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating, new, service, and repair. Call Gunny's, 775-727-6800.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and East Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices on this Tuesday, November 4th, 2025. Good evening. I'm Chris Palermo. Here's what's happening. The community is saddened by the recent death of a Walmart employee that put a smile on the faces of his fellow employees and customers that came into the store. Corey James's daughter talked to News 25 today about her father.
Corey James was a beloved husband, father, and longtime Walmart employee who was known throughout the community for his kindness and friendly spirit. Today, his daughter Allie joins us at KPVM to share memories of her father and to help promote a GoFundMe set up in his honor.
My father was an amazing dad who always tried to do everything for us. He was a beloved employee of Walmart for 23 years. His favorite part of the day was handing out smiley face stickers to the kids as they left the store. I remember when I passed my driver's test at the DMV, he made a big scene because he was so proud and excited for me. I have so many fond memories of him and my mom. He loved her so much. I remember my grandmother on Halloween would quote unquote help him bob for apples by holding his head down in the water as a joke.
Allie says the family will be having Corey cremated and will hold a memorial service on November 29th at Treasures RV Resort from noon to 4 p.m. The event will be open to the public. If you'd like to help support the family, donations can be made through their GoFundMe at gofund.me/FEC069F48.
And more news now. The trial of Alessandra Blee will begin in December. Blee is accused of shooting her boyfriend in Las Vegas, faces charges of open murder. Haley Gravy has updated information and more details.
In August, police arrested Alessandra Blee in connection to what's being described as an accidental shooting. According to investigators, Blee and her boyfriend were taking part in a photo shoot with a gun when it went off, killing him. A witness told Channel 8 News they saw the entire incident unfold, saying, "I see the flash go off for Mark in front of me, and I'm watching Mark the whole time. And then Allie moves next to me and there's another flash. It's really loud this time. And Mark and the camera fall." Detectives later discovered disturbing photos showing Blee and another woman posing with a gun on top of the car. Court documents state that Blee appeared to have an obsession with firearms and even expressed a desire to shoot someone and get away with it. Investigators also cited a statement from Blee where she reportedly said, "I had a dream that I someone in the face last night with my revolver because he was pointing a Glock at me. But then I went to prison." Alessandra Blee now faces open murder charges. Her trial is scheduled to begin in December, according to Channel 8 News.
Well, the Nye County Republican Party is hosting a special dinner Saturday night at the Nugget in Pahrump. If you are a conservative and fans of Donald Trump and Ronald Reagan, listen up. The Nye County Republican Party is hosting a very special event next Saturday at the Nugget Hotel and Casino in Pahrump. It's called the Trump-Reagan Conservative Dinner. Taking place on November 8th, members of the Nye County Central Committee will gather for a dinner served at 6 p.m. and doors will open at 5. Money raised will go to the Nye County Republican Party. Party Chairman Leo Blundo said that Reagan really started that conservative push in the party. He also adds that Trump is very Reagan-esque, so we decided to name it the Trump-Reagan Conservative Dinner. The keynote speaker for the evening will be Lieutenant Governor Stavros Anthony. He is currently on the campaign trail with hopes of being reelected. Joe Hoft will also speak. He's formerly of Gateway Pundit and now runs his own website. Candidates currently running for office are encouraged to attend to introduce yourself to the Republican Party and conservatives of Nye County. For more information, search Trump, Reagan, America First Dinner on Eventbrite.com. All right, looking at sports now. The Raiders traded a veteran wide receiver to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mikey Ruhan has that and more in sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. The Las Vegas Raiders are reportedly sending Jacoby Myers to a familiar foe. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, the Raiders are trading the veteran wide receiver to the Jacksonville Jaguars in exchange for a 4th and 6th round pick. Meanwhile, the Raiders have to shake that off quickly. They're headed to Denver for Thursday Night Football. On the ice, the Vegas Golden Knights host the Detroit Red Wings at 7 p.m. Expect fast skating, hard hits, and at least one Red Wings fan trying to remind everyone that back in the 90s, we were unstoppable. And speaking of big hits, the Pahrump Valley Trojans football semifinals kick off Friday as they travel to Moapa Valley at 7 p.m. Winner moves on, loser gets to pretend they just wanted more time to focus on academics. And if football and hockey ain't enough, ultimate bullfighters and professional bull riders are teaming up to bring high-octane Western sports action to Rodeo World at Resorts World, Las Vegas during the National Finals Rodeo, December 4th through the 13th. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Thank you, Mikey. Coming up, Nevada Wild. Well, no, it's not a new sports team. It's premiering on Animal Planet. We'll tell you all about it. You're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo in for you, Nat Gentry. Tonight, a brand new series is putting Nevada's wild side in the national spotlight. Nevada Wild premieres tonight on Animal Planet, showcasing the people and places working to protect our state's incredible wildlife. KPVM's Mikey Ruhan sat down with Aaron Meyer from the Nevada Department of Wildlife to learn how this show is helping viewers everywhere discover the untamed beauty and the challenges right here in the Silver State.
When people think of the state of Nevada, their mind automatically goes to Las Vegas. We're here to show you this is what we think Nevada is.
So what makes Nevada's wildlife and landscapes unique compared to other states featured on Animal Planet?
That's actually like, we don't want to brag, but in talking with the producers, we know that there were several other states that they were considering when they were originally looking for a third show to start doing. And Nevada was picked, and it wasn't close, and it was because of our diversity of landscape and our diversity of animals. Like, we are all over the place, from the desert to the high mountains to from Tahoe down to Meade. Like, there's a lot going on in Nevada. It doesn't have one look, and there's such a wide variety of animals as well that they were like, it's not close. It's going to be Nevada.
Were any parts of filming especially challenging or surprising for your team?
To be honest with you, is I think more challenging for the production company than for us, because they were used to only filming with game wardens, and now they're going out with our biologists who are darting moose from helicopters and rappelling down cliffs to check on eagles' nests and climbing into caves to look at the health of bats. Like, it was a whole different world for them, so they had to learn what this new world looked like.
What are some of the biggest challenges facing Nevada's wildlife today, would you say?
That's a good question. I would say, and that's the funny thing about this show is, I don't think a lot of people really have a good grasp of what the Nevada Department of Wildlife does. Like the general public that maybe doesn't hunt and doesn't fish, they don't understand that there's nearly 900 species in Nevada that is managed by the Nevada Department of Wildlife. And so we've got one of the smallest agencies in the country handling 900 species and the fifth largest by mass state. Like this is a big state with a lot of animals, and we've got some of the most professional biologists and staff that you've ever seen, and nobody knows that's what's going on. A lot of people think that we're just a hunting and fishing agency, and they don't realize that there's amazing work being done on a daily basis. And that's why we're so excited about this show, is we finally get to show that side so you can see just the level of professionalism and passion that happens every day at the Department of Wildlife. I'm very fortunate to be in our conservation education division. I get to tell their story. And so I know how amazing these people are, but now to have this opportunity where we get to tell this story on a national stage is exciting, doesn't cover it. And we're joking because when people watch this show outside of Nevada, because Nevadans know how special this place is, but for better or for worse, we're about to show the country how amazing this place is. We may be getting a lot more visitors, and I don't know if some people might want to keep that a secret, but the country's about to realize how incredible this state is and our agency.
Okay, that looks really interesting, and the weather is quickly changing, and it is the perfect time to perform an energy audit on your home. Valley Electric shares some simple ways you can ensure your home is the most efficient this winter.
This segment of News 25 is brought to you by Valley Electric and its family of companies focused on serving our members. We're better together.
If we're smart, we go to the doctor once a year for a checkup. We should do the same thing for our homes with a home energy assessment to help diagnose and stop energy waste. That's the best medicine to help make your home more comfortable and efficient. Little bits of energy waste add up, so making sure all the systems in your home are working at peak efficiency matters. For example, set your water heater's thermostat to 120 degrees Fahrenheit, which is hot enough for comfortable showers without wasting energy. Energy-efficient LED lighting saves energy and lasts longer than incandescent bulbs. Use a programmable thermostat to set temperatures forward or back while you're asleep or at work to save up to 10% on your heating and cooling bills. Electronics can use energy even when they're fully charged or turned off. Use advanced power strips to stop these vampire loads from feasting on your electricity. Purchase ENERGY STAR rated appliances and electronics to save on energy and water use. Don't forget about air sealing and insulation. Seal cracks and gaps all around your home with caulk or expanding foam sealant. This acts like a windbreaker for your home, which helps the insulation work up to its full potential. Also, make sure insulation levels are up to at least minimum standards. Ductwork left exposed in unconditioned spaces, like attics, should also be air sealed and insulated. This will make sure you're not trying to heat and cool the great outdoors. Smart energy savings all around the house can really add up to help make your home more comfortable and efficient.
Okay, coming up, it's Movember. That's No Shave November. We'll tell you all about it. You're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. Chris Palermo in for UNet Gentry tonight. It is officially No Shave November, which means a lot of men are going to be ditching their razors and growing out their beards. And if it's your first time taking part, here are some hygiene tips to keep in mind.
Today's health report is brought to you by Desert View Hospital. When you or a loved one needs medical attention, Desert View Hospital is ready to help. We've been providing friendly and compassionate care to our neighbors since 2006, including emergency services available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Visit desertviewhospital.com to learn more. With limited exceptions, physicians are not employees or agents of this hospital.
One thing that you're going to run into is as the hair is growing in, sometimes the hairs aren't completely straight, they're kind of curly, and you can get ingrown hairs. So when you're going through that stubble phase, it might not be as, glorious to have it grow out nice and smooth without any irritation or discomfort while that's happening.
Dr. Jennifer Lucas is a dermatologist at Cleveland Clinic. She says it's important to remember that the skin under your beard still needs to be washed on a daily basis. She recommends using a face wash for your skin type. So, for example, someone with more oily skin should use a product that is non-comedogenic or non-acne forming. You should also be using a moisturizer when you're done. And while it may be tempting, try not to touch your beard as it's growing in. Otherwise, you could risk spreading bacteria.
You also want to make sure that your clippers, your razors, everything you're using are clean. Bacteria lives on this, so you want to make sure you're cleaning that off really every 5 to 7 days at least, just making sure that you're not getting bacteria. You're going to stick right back into your beard area.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
This is Lerner and Rowe Weather Cam, and we are looking at Mount Charleston. I was out driving around the midday today, and that sun was warm for November. Will it continue? We've got the complete forecast coming up in a bit.
Weather is sponsored by the Nevada Dairy Farmers and the Dairy Council of Nevada, sharing the love of all things dairy. Celebrate the best moments with milk. Milk the moment. And the weather is also brought to you by the Ponderosa Dairy, Nevada's largest dairy, fresh from our farm to your table.
Welcome back to News 25 on this Tuesday. Chris Palermo from the anchor desk in for Unit Gentry tonight. She has the night off. It is 70 in Fernley today, going down to 46. Fallon hits 71. Carson City 69. Tonopah 65. Goldfield Mining 67. Beatty, no way it's not 80. It's 75. They're going down to 45 tonight. Amargosa 81. Las Vegas 79. Death Valley 88 degrees, 60 for your low. And let's take a peek outside. It's 73 degrees currently. Your sun rose this morning, 6:10 a.m. Humidity is 15% east-southeasterly direction on the wind, 6 miles an hour. And in Pahrump, in the region, it was 80 degrees today. That is really nice for November 4th. It's 73 degrees currently, like I said. And well, folks, your sunset, just about half hour ago, 25%. Humidity and the wind is east-southeasterly, 8 miles an hour tonight, and your low is 54 degrees. All right, we're looking pretty good for tomorrow on Wednesday. Just a little bit peekaboo with the clouds there, 78 degrees. Thursday and Friday, weather twins, 76, abundant sunshine. Saturday, Sunday, your weekend is beautiful, 79 and 81. 81 on Monday, Tuesday, 79, and we've got some lows. 49 to 52 degrees, and that is not too bad. All right, we are again into seasonable weather. It's kind of cool in the morning, but I'll tell you, once that sun gets up high in the sky, those folks that have come in for vacation to Las Vegas, and there are maybe about a half dozen pools that stay open year-round in Las Vegas. They are taking advantage of a later pool season here. That'll just about do it for all of us here tonight at News 25. Chris Palermo, make it a great night.